Hello, my name is Wafa, and today I'm going to be talking about a subject that's very sensitive to me, and I sort of want to send a message out to everyone. And those people in specific are all the experts out there. You know who I'm talking about, and all of you have had to experience it. You know, it happens to all of us at one point in our life. I've gone through it, and I'm sure you have all gone through it too, as mothers, fathers, aunts, uncles, and whatnot. It starts from the time you become pregnant, and you're so excited about, you're about to expand your family, you're having a little baby, and all around you, everyone else seems to know what you shouldn't do, what you should eat, how you should act, how you should walk, how you should talk, what you should wear, where you should go. Everyone else in the world is an expert. Now, I'm not talking about simple advice. As new parents, everyone wants some advice, wants to know, what formula should use, what's best and what's not. I'm talking about the annoying advice of everyone in the world who thinks they know better than the parents. Whether it be from discipline to what your child should wear, everyone seems to have an opinion, and that's what I'd like to talk about today. Okay, so I'm going to start with temper tantrums. This is something that almost every parent has had to deal with. If you're not a parent, you've witnessed a temper tantrum where the kids basically cry bloody murder and the world has come to an end and everything is falling apart when this child is having a tantrum. For some of us who have gone through tantrums, they're very, very stressful. It's already hard enough being a parent because it requires a lot of patience, a lot of understanding. But being a parent in public is so much harder, and I don't think these non-parents understand. I'm going to tell you a story. I was out at the mall with my daughter, and we had gone into a store, and she wanted a lollipop. For whatever reason, I decided I did not want her to have a lollipop. It's not like I had to stand there and make an announcement for the rest of the world to know why I did not want my child to have a lollipop. So I let her know, very calmly, you know what, we're not having a lollipop today. What did my daughter do? She threw the lollipop down, threw herself to the floor, and screamed so that every single person in that mall heard us. And automatically what happened? I had an audience. I felt famous, but not for good reasons. All of a sudden I had people staring at me, walking by, snarky comments, and I actually had people come up to me and say things. Now, I could have reacted three ways to the situation. I could have given my daughter the lollipop just to save the day and walk away. Had I done that, the reaction I would have gotten from everyone else would have been, she's a pushover. She just gave in and I would never give in to my child. Second scenario could have been I could have picked up my child and walked out of the mall because I was tired of everyone watching me. Didn't do that either, but had I done that, everyone would have been basically attacking my daughter, saying, oh, my child would never do that, and oh, look, the mother had to end her day just to go out. So that's another situation. The way I dealt with the situation, which probably annoys the public, was I let her have her tantrum. She stood there wailing for half an hour, and I stood by. My blood was not boiling because my daughter was screaming. My blood was boiling because of the naysayers all around me coming up to me and saying, learn how to parent your child. Pick up your kid. Just give her the lollipop. Take her out. You're disturbing us. So one of the girls, this girl in the mall, she looked about 17. And she comes up to me and actually tells me that I need to be a better parent. Learn how to parent. Now, it took all of my might, everything I had, not to turn around and say something to her. My energy and focus was on my child, getting her through this tantrum. And it's very, very annoying when you have an audience doing so. Having people sit around and judge you silently without understanding the situation is a very horrible feeling, and I don't think people understand. When you see a child having a tantrum, unless the parent needs help, which I guarantee you they will ask for your help if they need it, back off and move along. One day you will have children of your own, and you will have to deal with this, and I'm sure you wouldn't want people staring at you constantly. Okay, now I'm going to get to the annoying people that talk about the development of a child. Now, this is a really sensitive subject because all children do develop at different stages. However, you have the people that decide to shove it down your throat why your child isn't doing something at a certain stage in life. For example, why is she not walking? Well, she's not ready yet. Oh, she's just lazy. My child walked right out of the womb, already walking. Or how come she hasn't started teething yet? Well, I'm not sure yet. She just hasn't started. That's such a shame. My child had teeth coming out and she bit off her own umbilical cord. That's how developed my child is. Or why haven't you started solids yet? My response to them would be, it's not recommended to start solids so soon. We're waiting for a little bit. You're too overprotective. My child was eating tacos at age 2 months and he's doing fine. Or how many words does your child say? She says mama, dada, baba, dada, and stuff like that. Oh, what a shame. My child speaks 8 different languages fluently and does translation. The way that they react to the answer that you give is almost like they're trying to compete with you. They're better parents because their child developed faster. Their child's better, their child's smarter, their child does this, their child does that. It's annoying, it's insensitive, and people need to stop doing this. So let me help. This is where everyone else in the world is an expert. So imagine you're holding your child and your child is screaming and crying. You have done absolutely everything you can as a parent trying to figure this out. And in walks in your sister or your uncle or your cousin or your neighbor. And all of a sudden they're telling you, well, did you change your baby's diaper? Did you, have you fed her? Have you flipped her upside down? Has she slept enough? And you sort of look at them and you're like, really? Don't you think I tried those things? And what's worse is when they come and they grab your child and they actually take your child away from you thinking that they have the magic touch and they're the baby whisperer and they can figure everything out. Yes, we're new parents. Yes, we're still learning things. Don't treat us like we're idiots. The same way you started, we're going to start as well. We're going to learn things along the way. I don't need your input, neither does anyone else. Now, if you're like me, you often resist taking this advice. There's a polite way to do it, and then there's a more aggressive way to do it. You have to decide on your own what works best. If you're like me, you can't keep your mouth shut. You might put these people in their place. But whenever I speak up, all I hear from other people is, I have more experience than you. Really? Give me a break. Yes, times have changed. Parenting isn't the same that it was 30 years ago. There's new rules, there's new theories. Everything is new, and some things work, some things don't. As a parent, we know our children better than anyone else knows them. We know their every cry. We know exactly what they need. We don't need other people to step in and tell us what they need. So you have to almost grin and bear it and tell these people, kindly back off, or just let me do my thing. Yes, I realize you have more experience. Yes, you have 12 children. But to be quite honest, I don't really want to follow your advice. I don't want my child to turn out like any of your 12 kids. And that's just the bottom line. Realistically, I know most people don't have bad intentions. You just want to help. But put yourselves in our shoes for once. It is difficult being a parent. We're learning. There are experiences. We have to be on 24/7 and we hardly get any breaks in between. Our patience is running thin and your meddling and your comments and your thinking you're helping is not helping. For the next segment, I guess, I'm going to try a little experiment where I think I'm going to give these know-it-alls a little taste of their own medicine. So if you're interested in watching that, tune in next time, and I hope you enjoyed this. Take care.